Hey folks, it's Steph from Queerstrology. So the roots of astrology, they're based in navigation, but also in the seasons. I live in the United States, which is the Northern Hemisphere. 90% of the population lives above the equator. I was thinking, what about my Southern Hemisphere buddies, especially my Australian folks? Like, it's about to be fall here, but for you it's about to be spring. Does that mean that a New York Aries in Australia is a Libra? So the Earth, it rotates every 24 hours. We're all in that together, and we all go around the sun, which takes us a year. The thing is that the Earth has an axial tilt of a little more than 23 degrees. So as the Earth moves around the sun, sometimes the Northern Hemisphere is getting more directly hit, sometimes the Southern Hemisphere is getting more of that direct sunlight. And that's what creates the seasons, however long the sun happens to be hitting a certain location. In general, the time you were born establishes the point of origin for your chart. It's your rising sign, and it changes every 2 hours, using New York as the default for our time origin. I first compared it to Los Angeles, which is also in the Northern Hemisphere, only 3 hours behind. You can see that the rising sign is 37 degrees earlier. Now, when we compare it to Sydney, Australia at the same time, you see it's the next day there. It's 14 hours ahead and a totally different rising sign. So then I wondered what time in Sydney would match the New York chart. Silly me, I thought it would be 4:42 on September 4th. But surprisingly, it was actually the following day at 1:13 p.m. And that was the closest I could get to having identical charts to New York. You can see the degrees and the minutes as close as possible. The time of year you were born and where you were born absolutely affect one's personality, at least according to astrology. So here are some celebrities that were born in the Northern Hemisphere and the Southern Hemisphere but have the same big three. Check that out. Are their personalities different? What are your thoughts? And my friends down there in the Southern Hemisphere, what are your thoughts? Do you feel like you relate to US astrology, or do you feel totally the opposite? Until next time, cheers.